it can't be emphasized enough. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? A lot of times when we're talking, just as we've talked over the years, and why even when you're talking about some law, some case law and stuff like that, and then I'll stop you and make a point, which means this is no longer time for allegorical presentments. It must be straight and clear and to the point that the common man can understand. One of the most dangerous things that we can do now is present this information in allegorical forms without explanation. It almost guarantees your demise. Because we don't have, meaning that we can't put it where these children can understand it, we're violating ourselves. You understand? And I know it's difficult for our people to make adjustments because we're used to things being a certain way. However, the danger of what's going on does not afford it for us. And I know that the people haven't woken up to that yet, but they're getting ready to get some pain that their mind never imagined. People need to understand why over 400 generals and colonels in the U.S. Army have been dismissed since the Bush administration. Do you know why? Because they didn't agree to kill people here. Just like these people don't even know what they thought was an earthquake, and was that 211 or was it 213? 211. Off Carolina was really a false flag atom bomb that they were going to drop on North Carolina just to justify war in another country, the same way they did with New York. They're going to kill millions of people here as a false flag to be more extreme than what took place in New York to justify war going into Syria and Iraq.
That was 2013.
And these people still asleep. Two of them.
That was 2013 at that.
Well, that's right, yeah. And that over 400 generals have been dismissed because they would not go along the program. And as a matter of fact, they got a coalition going on right now, and it's not being talked about in the main press. And that's another reason why they've been killing off some of them. I don't know, is it 7,000 or is it over 7,000 or 2,200? I forget how many it is. Veterans, homeless that's been on the street have disappeared. And it's not the mainstream press. You know why they get rid of them? Because they are viewed as enemies, because after they've been betrayed and used and abused and are homeless after a bunch of promises, they are not trustworthy to the cabal that's now being overthrown, because they know the corruption that's in the military. But they thought they was going to be beneficiaries with a whole bunch of vet benefits and everything, and they recognize that they've been killing them off.
I want to ask you about that.
And they are aware of,
I want to ask you about that, because I was in the Navy for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they ain't talking about the suicides.
No, they don't talk about it.
Yeah, and so
suicides.
do some research on disappearing vets. Just type in disappearing vets. It's not in your main press.
How much was it?
And you'll find that a lot of the homeless vets have disappeared and they are not accounted for. You already know what's happening.
But you still gotta, this is
But anyway, you all,
this is yours?
everybody give Dr. Naila a hand for keeping the house open.
We ran over time.
All right,
Yes.
yeah, it's 3 notes.
We're working,
So it's,
and not just tonight, but on a consistent basis to
18, right?
actually economic loss. She's been keeping the house open to make these venues possible because of the divine
would you want me to straighten out that last page?
Humanitarian
You gonna
nature
invite
of
them
it.
all? All right,
And knowing
straighten it out.
that, again, if this thing's not solved, these people ain't gonna have no finance anyway. That's number one. And if they don't make claim on their estate, they're not gonna eat. And much of this is presented to correct these problems ahead of time, meaning that to give people standing so that they have some foundation to even make an argument, which is being dissolved as we speak. And by people not knowing the real politics logically, then it's not their fault. Their mind is nowhere near